thoughts on games being expensive because they're good versus being rare. Obviously, we're talking about retro games. I think it's interesting that games can get expensive because they're just really popular and good and common, like a Contra, a Super Mario 3. Everyone wants them because they're excellent games. That's fine. We're talking like the higher echelon of games. Usually, most of the time, we're not talking like the games that are thousands of dollars. We're talking the games that are worth hundreds. Usually, they are games that are good. The ones on Sega CD, Sega Saturn working design games, Snatcher, games that are not just hard to find, they're actually good. Because there are games that are hard to find in those systems that aren't worth nearly as much.
I'd say there's about an equal amount. But
you think so?
Yes. I would say, depending on the system you're collecting for, there's an equal amount of crap to good that is just as expensive.
I think it depends on the system then. But once you get over like $500, just say you get to that weird point though where the game doesn't matter at all in terms of how fun it is. It's just then how rare it is.
Right.
It gets to that weird point where Magical Chase, it's a great game. Would it be worth thousands if it wasn't as fun? Probably. It probably would still got pumped up.
Yeah, it would have been pumped up eventually. My take on this question is like, I think, I'm talking lower echelon here. Games that are rare are obviously rare. They're going to be expensive. But games being expensive because they're good, I tend to think that this is kind of like some of the flack that I get in store when someone's like, oh, I can't believe X game is blah, blah, blah. Why is that? Well, because collecting has become a popular hobby, and there are games that are good that everyone wants. And if people buy up all those games that everyone wants because they're fun and they're popular, there are going to be less of those for people to buy. The perfect example is Contra, which used to be like a $10 game and is now a $30 game, and that's just what it is.
But those aren't being bought by collectors mostly; those are being bought to play. That's what
I'm not talking collecting. I'm just talking people. Well,
you say game collecting.
No, people get into collecting, buying.
The reason Super Mario 3 is a $15 game and not a $3 game is because the people are buying it to play it.
Yes, well, I'm just using the term collecting wrong.
Super Mario 3, there was just as many as those as RBI Baseball and Silent Service and Bases Loaded. It's just that people will keep those and not throw them back out.
Yeah, there's a reason why I have at one point in time we had 42 Silent Services between the two stores.
Who bought that when we were kids? I guess 40-year-old guys that loved the simulators.
Everyone fucking had it too. I can't think of many friends' collections where that wasn't in there somewhere. It must have come out, bombed or something. And
they didn't bomb. They sold a ton of them.
Well, no. What I'm guessing is they produced a shitload of them, and they sat there until they ended up in bargain bins, and people snatched them out of bargain bins.
You think that's what it was? They were $10 games at Toys R Us.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the most common games.
Oh yeah, Silent Service,
definitely.
Easily.
but that's what it comes down to is that. I think it's fine. I have no problem with a game being expensive if it's sought after, like a Contra. That to me is the true supply and demand when everyone wants to buy it to play it. Like you said, you get a Contra traded and it won't stay in the store for more than a day.
No, it won't. I'll give someone 20 in credit for it. It's going to be gone in a day at 30 to 35.